So you need to train a new hire on a task that takes more than a couple steps. But what's the best way of going about doing it? That's why I have this video here, how to properly train someone with shadowing. So before you start, before you're even beginning training, at your work, you want to create a list of mentors or people who enjoy the idea of teaching. You want to make sure that these are the people that are taking your new hires through the job because they actually enjoy teaching. Even if they're not the best, even if they're not the expert, they will feel more supported by someone who enjoys answering questions and enjoys being a mentor than an expert who is less inclined to do something like that. Then you want to at least have an outline about what you're going to be going through that day. You want to make sure that the person who is giving the instructions knows, oh, we're going to go through this step and this step, and isn't bouncing around saying, oh, you know what, I forgot this. Hey, we got to add in here. That just adds a lot of confusion for the new hire. So let's go through the 6 steps. So first of all, the easy part. You just got to show them how to do the task to completion, right? But make sure that you're explaining why you're doing every part, especially if you were part of the process that changed something around in the past. And you say, you know, we do this because, you know, in the past we did this other way and it didn't really work for us, so this is why we're doing it here. This helps them understand and not want to try and change things around, and if they have a little background of what's going on. It's very important to have the person take notes, the new hire, make sure they're taking notes for themselves. They can write it down in their own words so that they understand the process and they can come back to it in their own time. So very important to have them take notes. Then, what you want them to do is you have them do the process and you tell them how to do it. Say, okay, now turn this switch, now you're gonna set this knob to, et cetera, et cetera. So you know what to do, and now they are physically doing it, or they're typing it up or anything like that. Then, after that, have them tell you what to do. So now you're at the helm again, and using their notes, they're saying, okay, now you want to turn this knob, and now you want to do this. And because you know what to do, there's no danger. If say, they tell you to do something that could be dangerous or could like break the system, you say, actually, no, that's not what we do here. We want to do this instead. But them telling you, it's almost like them doing the task through you, but with that safety of knowing that the expert knows what they're doing. Then finally, you have them do the task themselves. But you are watching them, and they can ask you questions. You can stop them and say, oh, no, like don't do it this way, let's do it this way instead. So they're at the helm, but they are getting a lot of instructions. They can ask a lot of questions, and you're helping them along. So they finally get to this point where they're confident, and they say, I can do it on my own. And so you sit back and you watch them while they complete the task to completion. And you might want to write down, okay, you missed this part here, you missed this part here, but you don't say it out loud. You're writing it down. And then afterwards, you review. You say, you missed these 2 parts, you missed this part. And if it's really important that the employee does the task perfectly, you can go through it again and again until they make no mistakes. And that would be when they complete stage 5, basically, is they can do it on their own, no mistakes, and if you want to do it multiple times, that works too for really dangerous situations. Finally, you want to circle back after some time. It could be a week, it could be a month, it could be 6 months. Totally depends on what you think is necessary and how important the task is. The more important the task is, you want to circle back very quickly to make sure that they haven't lost anything in the next month, in the next week or months, to verify that they know what they're doing. So just some tips while you're going along here. You want to make sure that you encourage the stupid questions, right? I actually like to say, do you have any questions? And they're like, no. You're like, do you have any stupid questions? Because the stupid questions are the ones that actually are really important and get to the root of the issue. And it's not stupid if they actually care about the job and they care about what's going on. You might want to implement a leveling system and have, especially for very, very complex tasks that take a while to learn, you can say, oh, you know, they're on level 1. I have to show them. They haven't even made it to level 1 yet. Or this person is on level 3. They're telling me what to do and I'm working on it. Or, you know, this person is stuck on level 5. I'm having them do it and I'm still taking notes, but they haven't done it perfectly yet. So you can say, you can tell somebody, oh, you're on level 2, or you need to be on level 5 to be able to do this. Or once you're at level 4, you can go on by yourself. A good idea is to video record the mentor going through step 1, especially if they have a good explanation of why they're doing this and they're a great teacher. You can use that for future documentation. Or if the mentor is not there that day or doesn't have time, you can use the video instead. Now you want to encourage handwritten notes for the new hire, because handwriting is actually better for memory and retention than typing things up. However, after you're done with this process, if you have a new hire that has really good notes and they're really detailed and write things out in a very understandable way, you can actually have them use that notes for the future documentation. You can have them write it up in Word or something like that, and use that as the future documentation along with the videos, and voila, now you have a training manual, or the beginning of a training manual that you can use without the need for shadowing. So this will help you get started if you have nothing already at your business, and this will help you do shadowing in the right way that's really effective and make sure that your employees know exactly what to do. But of course, if you want a far more professional way, you're going to want to bring in a consultant to help you create the correct type of documentation and video recording.